Hello, welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I'm Stevie B. Happy to have you all with me today. Let's take some big sips to get this one started. So I'm actually headed back to Planet Cyrene from Next Island. Halloween Mayhem 2023 starts in less than 48 hours, and I wanted to get over to Next Island in order to take advantage of HalloWeek 2023. Now, there's some of you that might want to take advantage of this before Halloween Mayhem starts, during Halloween Mayhem, or do it instead of Halloween Mayhem. So I just wanted to get this really short video out to you guys really quick to give you the overview of it so that you guys know everything you need to know about HalloWeek 2023 on Next Island. I'm sorry I didn't actually get to shoot the video on Next Island. I'm in a big crunch for time. I've got to get back to Cyrene, and then I've got to get everything ready to get home to Calypso for Mayhem. So I'm in a huge time crunch, and on top of that, I've got to work, and I have to sleep. So unfortunately, I'm having to shoot this while in space. So what is HalloWeek 2023? Well, we did this last year for the very first time, and last year we had a similar mission chain to what we have this year. Last year we were able to get a tameable Laura pet that was a pumpkin. We call it the Para pet. And we were also able to get some goodies like a hatchet that goes on your head as a piece of clothing and a shirt that says something like I'm alive or something like that. Some really cool little fun Halloween treats. So this year it's very similar. You go to Next Island. You will need 5 Next Island silver tickets for Carnival Island. You can get these off auction, you can craft them yourself, or you can buy them from somebody else. You'll be wanting to use the trade channel hashtag Next Island. That's the Next Island trade/chat channel. It's not really a trade channel, but it is a chat channel. That's the one everybody uses. That's the one you're going to want to use. It's hashtag Next Island. And what you'll do is you will head over to Carnival Island. When you get to the Carnival Island teleporter, there's a flower port that will take you to Crystal Lake. You want to use that flower port and go to Crystal Lake, where they have all the flower ports that go to all the different places around Carnival Island. Now, once you're at Crystal Lake, you'll look kind of to your left, and there's a big blue building, and there's some stairs that go upstairs. You go in there. It's the exact same place as last year. And kind of to your left, there will be some Halloween decorations, and then to your right, to your left is Christmas decorations. To your right is a whole bunch of Halloween decorations and a Halloween-themed NPC. You'll talk to the Halloween-themed NPC. She'll ask you for the 5 silver tickets. You give her the 5 silver tickets, and she will give you the HalloWeek 2023 mission. And all it says underneath the mission is, what the heck? Now, here's the kicker. Same as last year. It doesn't tell you what you have to do to progress the mission. This is why it's kind of a trick-or-treat thing, and it can be very frustrating. This is why you want to have the chat channel, hashtag Next Island, so that you can talk to other people that are doing this mission chain to try and figure out what is going to progress the mission for you. So for some people, hunting anything progressed the mission. For some people, it was hunting Village Boar. That did not work for me. For some people, it was mining. That didn't work for me. For some people, it was mining and then refining what you had mined. I tried that. That didn't work. Some people were able to progress the mission simply by refining oil or Lysterium. That didn't work for me. Some people were able to progress the mission from crafting Lesser Elyssia. That did not work for me. Some people crafted something else. I tried a stone texture. That didn't work for me. So I tried hunting, mining, and crafting, none of which worked for me. So I did a single PvP kill. Somebody showed up and let me kill him in a non-lootable PvP area, and that did progress my mission. Now, other things I have heard of progressing mission is sweating. There were 2 or 3 players that they had to actually pull out their sweat tool and go pull sweat out of a creature. That progressed their mission. There's somebody else, I believe, that right now is trying taming because they can't think of anything else. One person died, and simply by dying, it progressed their mission. So pretty much anything that is a game mechanic has the potential to progress the mission for you. However, it seems limited to about a dozen or so different things. So you just have to try different things, and this is where it's really helpful because there's so many people in hashtag Next Island that are chatting about this that have already done it or are working their way through it. The community kind of comes together to help everybody figure out what they're doing and what they can do that they haven't tried yet. So I love seeing that dynamic. It's really, really cool. Now, once you progress the mission, then you have to go kill a Para mob, a giant pumpkin Laura mob. It's not tameable. You have to hunt it. They are shared loot. They're level 95. Now, there is also a level 20 shared loot Para Light. That is the one that I killed, and that progressed my mission all the way to completed. So you have to figure out what progresses your mission. Then once you do that, you have to hunt either a Para level 95 or Para Light. They are both shared loot. And then the mission will be completed. Now, what happens when you complete it? Well, you get a couple of things. And I don't have all of them with me because I'm traveling through space and I left some in storage. So this year it starts with, under the Tools tab, there will be a Halloween bucket shaped kind of like a jack-o'-lantern. It's a tool. Now, it doesn't actually carry anything, but whenever you equip it and hit E, it does seem to take a little bit of decay, but it makes it look like you're carrying around a Halloween trick-or-treat bucket, which is pretty cool. Then, similar, in your very last tab where your miscellaneous stuff goes, you will have a Cyclops jack-o'-lantern, which is strictly decorative, and a regular jack-o'-lantern, which is strictly decorative. You will get a limited blueprint for time travel crystal, good for 50 clicks. You'll want to throw that in storage because that will be used later on to craft those Haruspex anti-gravity chests that I've talked about in other videos, that you can get the blueprint from the daily maybe mission at Carnival Island. So you want to keep that blueprint in your storage. People might be willing to buy those. Those will likely have some pretty decent markup once HalloWeek is over. And then you also get two different types of lollipops. The lollipops will turn you into a level 95 Para and a level 20 Para Light, and they're creature control capsules. Now, in addition, the reason I went and did this, these are both account-bound items. The other stuff I've talked about does not seem to be account-bound, but these two are. This is Solid Fart Treat. Solid Fart Treat increases your health by 100 HP for 1 hour. You get 5 of them. Cannot be traded or sold, so they are account-bound. You cannot lose them in lootable areas. We also have Boar Barf Treat, again account-bound. You get 5 of them. Cannot be traded or sold. Cannot be looted in lootable areas. Increases reload speed by 20% for 1 hour. Now, 20% is the maximum buff that you can have from an action, like a pill, like a consumable. And there are very, very, very few consumables in-game that allow you to max out that 20% reload speed. So these Boar Barf Treats and these, what's the other one called? The Solid Fart Treats, these are very, very, very valuable buffs to have. Now, you only get 5 of each. You cannot repeat the mission. These are account-bound. But to be able to increase your HP by 100 HP for 5 total hours, and to increase your reload speed by 20% for 5 total hours, that is an absolute game changer. So I will definitely be saving those for a very, very special event. It might be a Mayhem, it might be a Gold Rush, I don't know, but I will definitely be saving them. So for the low cost of 5 Next Island Silver tickets and a little bit of headache trying to figure out how to progress the mission, I was able to get 5 of each of these. That is more than worth the cost of the 5 silver tickets and the little bit of a headache I had. And like I said, with everybody in hashtag Next Island helping everybody else figure out what it was that they were needing to do, it really was not that big of a headache. The scariest part for me was there were people that had tried everything else and they ended up having to sweat to get the mission to progress. And the only thing I had left to try really was shooting somebody in PvP, and if that didn't do it, I was going to have to go get my sweat tool. I was on Next Island, and I left my sweat tool on Cyrene. So luckily, the PvP kill did it for me. Otherwise, I would have had some very long flight times going back and forth between Cyrene and Next Island to get my sweat tool. So if you're doing Mayhem, you might want to do this before Mayhem starts, or even during Mayhem if you're doing Mayhem from Next Island. Or this might be something you want to take part in instead of doing Mayhem 2023. Either way, it's a great event. I did it for the treats, but also just to have all the other little decorative goodies. It's fun to just participate in these kind of things. I'm really glad that the Next Island development team takes the time to put on these kind of events. That's really cool that they do that and they put this kind of thought into it, and I really appreciate that. So guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. Sip, sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. Head over to Next Island if you want to take part in HalloWeek 2023. And we will have more content for you regarding Halloween Mayhem and some of the changes that are coming to Halloween Mayhem, specifically the new cosmetic tokens, in our next couple of videos. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Head over to earnped.com, because when you earn, we earn. By far the best way to support us. Just head over to earnped.com and use the links to go to hideout.tv. Hideout will see that you came from earnped and will automatically add us as a redemption option. Guys, please hit all 3 buttons as the banner at the bottom of the screen says. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. You only have to do it one time. That keeps you up to date with everything that we put out, all of our newest content. We try and keep you up to date with changes in the game, events like HalloWeek 2023 on Next Island, and ways to play smarter, not harder. And please also hit that like button on every single video. It really helps us combat the haters and the trolls that are out there. And as you guys know, I want to give you credit where credit is due. I make the content, but you guys are getting us the exposure. By hitting those buttons, you're getting these videos in front of people who've never heard of Entropia before, but who are into PC games, MMOs, and real cash economy games. And we're still getting messages saying, hey, please thank your viewers. I was sitting at home messing around on YouTube. One of your videos popped up. Never heard of Entropia, but watched the video, watched the channel. Now I'm gearing up for my first Mayhem. Now this is my passion, my hobby, the game that I love. So you guys are helping to get us exposure to share the love of Entropia with people all around the globe. People are falling in love with this game for the very first time simply because you hit the like button, simply because you subscribe to the channel and it got our videos in front of them. So please keep it up. So we'll leave it there for today. Sip, sip, smack, smack. Y'all know the rest. We'll be back with more for you regarding Halloween Mayhem 2023 later this week. Take care, Stevies.